What is up, guys? RwarxDnA here, and today we're going to be playing another visual novel. This one is actually one of three. I think there's Volume 1, which is this one, Volume 2, and Volume 0. And if I'm getting the order correct, I think you read Volume 0 at the end, because it's like backstory. I'm really not sure, but I'm going to start with Volume 1. You would think you would start with Volume 0, but I think I looked up the order and it wasn't that way. But I'm going to go Volume 1, Volume 2, and then if Volume 0 was supposed to be read somewhere in between or before, I'm sorry, but that's going to be the last one I'm going to be doing. So, I don't know if you guys have probably seen this one. It's been out for a while now. I think Volume 2 recently came out, or Volume 0 or whatever. It's called NekoPara, which means Cat's Paradise, I think, because it says up there NekoPara, and then it says Cat's Paradise. So let's just go with that. Let's go configure the settings. So chest bounciness, we want that as high as possible, obviously. Master volume, let's go a little higher. I don't want it too loud, but I do want you guys to be able to hear me and the sound effects as well as the voices of the characters. They're voiced in Japanese. I don't think I can change that, and I won't be reading their lines. I will only be reading the lines of the main character and maybe other characters, but not any character that's voiced, because I want you guys to hear the Japanese voice acting. And there's subtitles anyway, so you guys can read that if you guys want. But honestly, that's all I'm gonna do. Typing the speed, I want it to be a little faster. Text display, that's just as fast as it goes. Just bam, right there. That sounds good. All right. I don't want it full screen. I'm gonna keep it like that. English UI and English text, of course. Well, I speak English, so I can read it. This is a sound test.
NekoPara Volume 1 NekoPara Volume 1 3 2
So I guess these are all the characters. Cocola, Chocola, or whatever you want to call her. Vanilla, Maple, Cinnamon, Azuki, Coconut, and Shiguri. Or I think that's how you say it. I'm going to be butchering these names. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. I'll learn them if I can, but if I can't, whatever. So let's get started. Look at the little cute cat girls. Alright, cool. Neko means cat, by the way. I think I know that much. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I shouldn't read this. This is voiced. Only the main character is not voiced, I think. So I'm only going to read his lines, probably. Phew. This should be the most of the boxes then. I wiped my sweat off my forehead and my arm. With my arm. As the moving truck disappeared from view. Although it was early April and only from the beginning of spring, today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signage yet. The brand new exterior wall had a western look with a predominantly white and brown motif. I don't know why I read that all wrong. I like slowed myself down when I knew exactly what that word was. There was also a large window which lets a lot of sunlight in. And finally there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery, La Salio. I don't know. I can't read like French words. Sorry, guys. Instead of the proper French article li, it was la, and Solio meaning the sun. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna butcher a lot of these words, and I apologize ahead of time. This was a nod towards the name of the shop of someone I admired. Now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best. I softly murmured to myself. From here on out, no one will tell me what to do. I was going to start completely anew, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up until now. I alone will design my path and take responsibility for what I do. In exchange for the freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens, still. Although I was a bit worried. The thought of what laid ahead made me break into a smile. Alright. In any case, I'd better get all the things cleaned up. I took a breath and got my spirits back up. I stepped into my new smelling bakery. By the way, guys, I think I'm going to leave these episodes at 15 minutes long. So yeah. Because this is a pretty long visual novel, not like the other one I've played. What's this big box? In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them. Fragile? Delicate? Absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying. Even if these are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, there were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If those were from the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. There were no tags from the moving company either. All there was were these warning labels. Well, I'd know for sure once I opened the... Huh? Oh, it's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat. Jeez.
よかった。お任せたみたい。危ない危ない。気をつけにゃいと。危ない危ない。気をつけにゃいと。
So I can press this to read here though. Okay, listen to that would fool me. What are you doing? Chocolate?
お久しぶりですね、ご主人様。
We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know.
まあ、それはそうなんですけど。あ、それよりちょっと聞いてください。引っ越し業者の人たちひどいんですよ。ショコラのこと運ぶときにですね、この段ボール重いから気をつけろよとか言って、思わずふしゃーって泣きそうになっちゃいました。ふしゃーって。一生懸命に我慢しましたけど、ショコラはプンプンですよ。プンプン。
Well, compared to the rest of my things, you are heavy. She ignored what I said. Chocolate puffed up her cheeks. You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself with only what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you describe Chocolate. While I was getting ready to move, I did wonder why I didn't see you. Hey.
お久しぶり、ご主人。引っ越し業者のトラックの中が埃っぽくて、鼻がムズムズ、つらかった。
Why is Vanilla here too?
ショコラがいるところ。それは私がいるところだから。それに、猫は狭いところは嫌いじゃない。あと私も、こっちの段ボールも重いから気をつけろよーとか言われた。だから私もポコ。
Again? Huh? In any case, Chocolate, Vanilla, get out of here. Get out of there. I was at my wits' end, with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. Anyhow, Chocolate and Vanilla got out of their boxes. Why is no one picking up the phone? Just what is Shiguri doing? I hung up after trying to call my little sister. There was no way that Chocolate and Vanilla could have gotten mixed in with the rest of the boxes in the first place. On the outside, Catgirls look almost like humans. They can understand words and can talk like us. But more than humans, Catgirls were closer to normal cats. After all, Catgirls had ears and tails just like cats do. They were genetically modified humanoid cats. that were commonly referred to as catgirls. These days, catgirls fit into society as pets in families or partners to humans. My little sister really loves to devote on catgirls. Whatever. So our family has 6, including Chocolate and Vanilla. In any case, they couldn't have mailed themselves all on their own. Mailing living things through the post would be impossible for one thing. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that it was somehow Shigure's doing. I see. So Shigure was an accomplice then.
すごく綺麗なお家ですにゃ。新しいお布団とか家具の匂いとか好きですにゃ。思ってたより広い。バニラ、あっちの部屋行ってみよう。位置的におそらく寝室。いやー、それは聞き逃せないね。もふもふしに行こう。もふもふ了解。私もそれはいいと思う。そうと決まればレッツゴー。
Don't get out of control and hurt yourselves.
Hi.
Without any ill intentions, the 2 catgirls were off and running, while the bakery did have living quarters on the 2nd floor, so I wasn't worried about them causing a ruckus around here. Of course, they aren't young catgirls anymore either, so I shouldn't have to worry about them getting out of control too much. Well, besides that, I looked up the address in my phone's address book. Minaduki residence. Well, I already left Shigure a message, so she should call me back later. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. I had moved out without saying anything, so for her to call me back within the day seemed a bit strange. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right this moment. I should hear from Shigure soon anyhow.
ご主人様のお布団、もふもふ完了であります。新しいお布団、すごくふかふか。
Good work, you two. Gosh, both of you have major bedhead. Sheesh.
ご主人様のなでなで大好き。気持ちいいです。苦しい。
Oh yeah, you can do that, huh? Oh, the soft hair felt nice as... What is this? Oh shit. Isn't there a... Oh, I can take these things off. Okay. I let you bonk them both in the head while they were their eyes closed. How they had it closed. Now then, why were the 2 of you hiding among my moving
主人
boxes?
様が連れてってくれないって言うから仕方なく。
What is this thing that
シ
keeps...
ョコラが行く。
Oh, I just skipped a bunch of dialogue. You have no choice. Just tag along, you two. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the 2 of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you to? This isn't a vacation or a picnic. I moved out because I had no intentions of going back there. If you were at home, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shigure and the other catgirls are there too. It would be better if you 2 just...
違うんです。これは
Her stomach growled.
お腹が反抗期なだけなんです。だから違うんです。本当に。朝早かったせいで朝ごはん食べ損なったから仕方ない。それにショコラはお腹の音も可愛い。
Well, listening to the silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw that it was already past 1 o'clock. Now that I thought about it, I haven't eaten anything since this morning either. Well, why don't we have lunch first then?
はーい、ご飯。ご主人様大好き。 すがご主人は話がわかる。かたじけない。
Those two were as easygoing as always. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, that's the first chapter? I'm getting fired up. Meow. Meat, huh? Must be nice. I think that's what it said. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will continue this. I guess they're gonna go shopping now. She's so happy about it. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.